Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us here on the News at 4. I'm Shira Matsuzawa.
And I'm Doug Petcash. We start with developing news today. A status hearing wrapped up just hours ago for the man suspected of murdering 4 University of Idaho students.
Most notably, we learned that we won't expect the suspect to appear again in court until the end of June. Nicole Hernandez with our sister station in Spokane was in the courtroom as it all happened.
So we will not be seeing the suspect in court again for more than 5 months now. This after a very short status hearing earlier this morning. We were in the courtroom today. The judge set Bryan Kohberger's preliminary hearing for Monday, June 26th. Typically in Idaho, the preliminary hearing has to happen within 2 weeks of the first appearance. The suspect, though, waived his right to a speedy preliminary hearing to give his attorneys time to review the information in the case. The judge reserved the entire week of the 26th for the presentation of evidence, which is what a preliminary hearing is. That evidence is what Moscow PD outlined in the arrest affidavit the courts released last week. After the preliminary hearing will be the arraignment. That's where the suspect will either plead guilty or not guilty. This was the second time we've seen Kohberger in court here in Idaho. He again had a very calm demeanor and again did not address the people in the back of the courtroom, only addressing his attorneys as well as the judge. And the judge did say he will be in custody with no bail until that preliminary hearing. In Moscow, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
Our Spokane station also spoke with a trial lawyer to learn more about the next steps in this case. During the suspect's initial appearance last week, the judge read his charges against him, including the possibility of the death penalty if convicted. The prosecutors can file for the death penalty after the suspect's arraignment.
After that date, the prosecutor's office has 60 days to file a formal notice that it intends to seek the death penalty in a case. And it can only seek the death penalty if a variety of factors are met.
If prosecutors seek the death penalty, the legal process could take even longer. In Idaho, not every homicide is eligible for the death penalty. There must be aggravating factors.
If, by way of example, the crime was committed in a particularly heinous manner, or the crime involved more than one death, or if the crime occurred in the commission of a felony like a burglary.
The lawyer also mentioned the defense or a judge may consider a change of venue to hold the trial in a different county because of the nature of the case. And with all the chaos behind this case and the legal process of it all, we don't want to forget the 4 bright lights that were lost.
Yeah. Madison Mogan, Kaylee Gonsalves, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin are remembered by their families, friends, people all over the place. And some of them have scholarships for the University of Idaho in their honor. Xana's family and the University of Idaho created a fundraiser in her honor. A link to donate to the scholarship endowment is on our website, ktvb.com. A memorial scholarship fund for another of the victims is close to reaching its fundraising goal. The Ethan Chapin Memorial Scholarship Fund has brought in more than $114,000 of the $125,000 goal. His fraternity created the scholarship to honor Ethan. They say the memorial scholarship will be presented every year to a deserving undergraduate member of the Gamma Eta fraternity to honor Ethan's legacy.